Hello, and welcome to another Adverity Platform guide. Today we'll be showing you how to set up a Shopify data stream and automatically fetch your e-commerce data in Adverity. So first, let's take a look at Shopify and the different types of data you can fetch. As you no doubt already know, Shopify is the e-commerce platform that offers an easy way for businesses of all sizes to build an online store, sell, ship products, and accept payments. From revenue to orders and customer details, this naturally comes with a lot of important and highly useful data that can be used to inform product choices, marketing campaigns, and more. With Adverity's Shopify API, you can automatically fetch data, transform and enrich it, combine it with other data, analyze and visualize it directly in Adverity, and send it to any desired destination for further analysis or storage. For example, you can combine your e-commerce data with data from different ad platforms to get an accurate picture of how your ad campaigns are impacting sales. You can find a full list of the Shopify dimensions and metrics you can fetch with Adverity in the Adverity documentation. To fetch data from Shopify, first head to the datastream page via the platform navigation menu. Click Create Datastream in the top right and select Shopify. Next, you'll be asked to authorize Adverity to access Shopify. You can do this using your own credentials, in which case you'll be prompted to log into your Shopify account and provide permission. If you don't have access to your Shopify account, you can also ask a colleague to authorize access for you. Lastly, if the workspace you are using already has an existing authorization, you can use that instead. In this case, we do have an existing authorization, so we are going to go ahead and select it and click Next. You'll now see a list of report templates you can choose from. These are all pre-built by Adverity based on common use cases and will fetch specific dimensions and metrics depending on the report type. The settings for any of these report templates can be changed later on. However, if you can't see the specific template you want, you can select Custom Configuration to create a new data stream from scratch. In this case, let's say we want to fetch data on our orders, so we'll select the Order Report template and click Next. You'll then need to configure the data stream. Here you can name the data stream, change the workspace, the authorization, or the report type. You can also see the fields that will be fetched for each report type. For this example, we are just going to keep everything as it is and click Next. You will now be asked if you want to assign any external destinations to this data stream. An external destination might be a data warehouse, data lake, or an analytics tool. If you don't have any destinations set up at the moment, or you don't want to send your data to a destination, don't worry. You can create and assign destinations to this data stream later on, so just skip this step by clicking Next. You are now ready to perform an initial data fetch. The time range for this is entirely up to you. However, for your initial data fetch, we recommend fetching no more than 1 month worth of data. While you may want to backfill a lot of data on your initial fetch, this can take a long time if you're looking at several years of data, so it's best to start with a smaller time range. This means you can adjust settings and further configure your data stream before scheduling larger data fetches. For now, we'll set the time range to last month and then hit Run Fetch. This will take you to the data stream overview page for your new data stream and start your initial data fetch. The data stream overview page is where you manage all the settings for that data stream. You can manually fetch data, schedule regular automated data fetches, assign enrichments, assign destinations, and enable Adverity data storage. You can also adjust your data stream settings at any time by heading to the Settings tab. In particular, you can add or remove specific fields to fully customize what data this data stream is fetching. Once your initial data fetch is complete, you can check the data extract to make sure all the data has been extracted correctly. In the data extract view, you'll also notice the default data mapping that has been applied to your data stream. Data mapping lets you automatically ensure data from different data sources follows identical naming and formatting rules. For example, data related to total cost might be named cost in one data source and spend in another. This makes it difficult to compare the same data from different data sources. By mapping these source fields to the same target field in Adverity, you can compare and analyze this data more easily. You can adjust the data mapping for your data stream at any time by heading to the Data Mapping tab here. In the Data Mapping overview, on the left of the table is the Source Field column. which shows the source fields you have collected from your data source. On the right of the table, you can see the target field column. This shows the target fields in Adverity that your source field will be mapped to. Adverity automatically assigns target fields to the most common source fields, but you can assign different target fields for this data source or even add custom target fields if you need to. And that's it. We now have a working Shopify data stream. Be sure to also check out our other e-commerce connectors, such as Amazon Marketplace, Walmart Marketplace, and eBay.